I would say that the women are more liable to take care of the men when the men are not well than the men doing it. But this other couple is a man who is doing it. The lady doesn't have anything. She can't do anything, and it's the man. So I visited them with a man of God, and the man of God said, I've not seen such love in my whole ministry.
He has not seen it, huh?
And then David, my own Pastor Ransford, when Mama Joyce was ill for 2 years, in fact, for 1 year, he left church and went and sat by her just to be with her, conversing, what will you eat, let's take a walk, that kind of thing. So it does happen. Just that we are not making the headlines, though the love is there.
I hear you.
But there are a few of us, it's not easy.
Yeah, but
not easy.
Pastor Sammy, I mean, we're talking about the factors, some of the factors that will make this tough for couples to be able to, fulfill their marriage vows. Is it possible that upbringing has a role to play?
Obviously, David, I mean, we are all conditioned to live our lives from the way we are raised in our families. I mean, the way you are socialized, the environment you live in, whether you are somebody who is more human at heart in terms of how you treat others, in terms of how you are able to easily let go, in terms of your respect and your honor for human dignity. All these are factors that, comes to play in terms of your upbringing. But there are several others that can really play into, a husband or a spouse for short, living or not being able to stand or go through the test of time in marriage when there are difficulties and challenges. Auntie Mimi has mentioned a few of them: resentment and unforgiveness. Sometimes there are unresolved character tensions in the relationship. In fact, there are certain relationships that the wife wishes that the man was dead. There are some, it's the other way around. So you can imagine if you are living with a spouse who wishes you were dead, and then such a calamity happens, or such a challenge of life or difficulty takes place, then it is like, sorry, but it serves you right, kind of, So it's a real practical issue. But the good news is that we all can make the commitment. It's not easy, but we all can make the commitment that God should give us the grace that we will be able to stand when it does happen to us. Like Auntie Mimi said, I've seen a few couples who have really, really demonstrated their love for each other when they went through a trial and a testing moment, especially when it comes to the issues of health. There's one particular incident that the man, in fact, the man was far older than the woman. And unfortunately, after the retirement of the man, he had a big issue. I mean, he was down with stroke. Eventually, there's just the wife who was a younger, wife who had to take care of the man. And it was not easy. I mean, it was tough. They didn't have any help, physical help at home. They had to go through all the struggle together. But I like the way they looked at it from the lighter notes. They were excited. I remember one time I visited them, and then the man said, actually, it was the wife who said, the man, he loves me so much, he doesn't want to die. And then the woman said, the woman said, the man loves me so much, he doesn't want to die. If he was dead, he would have been free. And then the man said, but you have been taking care of me. You have been taking good care of me, so there's no way I'm going to leave, anytime soon. And they just say that, on a lighter note. But there are so many other problems that goes on, infidelity and so many other things. So many, I mean, the list goes on and on and on and on and on. But trust me, I believe that if we are all to have a resolve in our hearts that this is what we have in terms of marriage, and that we are accountable to God. We are all stewards of every gift God gives to us, whether it is a child, whether it is a marriage, whether it is a job, whatever it is. So we must be committed. We must be loyal. We must go all out and do whatever we can to make sure that we deliver. I think that God's grace will abound to us. And there are people doing it. And I want to use this opportunity to highly commend any husband or any wife, who is going through all the challenges and all the difficulties, in marriage, taking care of a sick husband or a sick wife, or it's not easy. But I want to commend every husband or wife doing this. And let's remember that life is not about everything here on earth. Like Anthony said, whether you like it or not, it will catch up with you. Eventually, even if you age together and you become very, very old, you age together, it will catch up with you. Such is life, you can't cheat nature as well. So, but I believe that if we are very faithful and committed and understand that, we are in this thing and we are accountable to God one day, we will try our best to give our best.